Hello and welcome to Granny Does Games. Today we're playing Botany Manor and, well, I had a few little hiccups. I recorded a video and I lost it, but fortunately we were able to reset the chapter. So I'm not quite sure where our progress is at. If you recall last time, well, the reason why I've had a little bit of a hiccup is because if anybody has watched my Stardew Valley video that went up earlier today, you will have realised that we had a sad day yesterday. Our dear Susie, our black lab, went to heaven, doggy heaven, and so it was a hard day. And then when I looked back on this video, I couldn't find it. So, at the end of the last video, we were trying to grow this flower. So, I will tell you how I grew it in the end. We had gotten to the point where we had the flower planted and we were going up the wind tower. Nothing was happening. So when I watched the last video through, I realised that what I needed to do was I needed to look on here. So first of all, I needed to find out which mountain the wolf something, I think it was called. Hold on a minute, let's have a look. Dab. Cotton flora. Look, we've mapped quite a lot of the area now. Look at this. All this. Okay, so we did the fresh start, got all the clues. Did the Fulgaria, got all the clues. Did the ash bloom, got all the clues. Did the pixie tears, which we had to put into the, had to put apples in it. And we did the wolf club, got all the clues. So we had to go back and have a look at some of these clues to find out which mountain it was so that we could tell what the wind speed needed to be. Okay, so here, yes, it's about the whistling, right? So we know it's the Alpine, but we didn't know what mountain. So I assumed that this stamp had something to do with what mountain it was supposed to be on. And then I assumed that these coins had something to do with it. Because with this game, the clues are all centered in the area that you're working in. Yep, so when I looked in here, I was trying to find the picture, the relevant mountain, so that I could discover which wind speed it was. So this was an Alpine, right? So first of all, I thought it might be this one, Ventox, because it had a goat on it. And I also discovered that there was another. So there was a picture here. That's the Lady Mountaineers Club first outing, 1858. Assuming Arabella went on that. And then there was, so here, I found this coin. And this is the Weisenhorn, Switzerland. Because that was the same picture as on the stamp, I assumed that that's what the mountain was. So now we have to go look in the book for the relevant wind speed. So we found wind speeds here. Here we go. On the back of this shows you what wind speed for each mountain is, what the wind speed. So when we look at Mount Weisshorn is 40. Looked in the book, and 40 is here. So it looked like I had to open the windows in that particular sequence. So I opened the windows in that particular sequence, took the flower up the mountain, and it started to bloom, and then it whistled. So that wind is freaky, man. So anyway, back here, so I've kind of abandoned all these flowers. Oh, I can walk a bit faster. Keep forgetting I can walk a bit faster. So if we go back to the house, there's a room here where we can put all our flowers and kind of display them, which is nice, I think. So, starting the next chapter. Botanical allies. I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the nightfall when I was young. The seed packet is located in Grandma's vault. We don't have any clues for this chapter yet. Okay, so Grandma's vault. So I looked around for a bit and I couldn't find anything else. So I decided I really needed to go back to the gatehouse, because I thought there might be a key. Last time, remember, there was a key at the gatehouse? Yes, I do apologise if I get a little bit rambly today. Bit of a lack of sleep and all, but all is well. Our Susie was really not doing very well. She was very, very sick. So it was time. She was 14 years old. So for a lab, she had a good life on the paddocks out here. She spent her whole life since she was a puppy here in our paddocks. But it's taken a bit of a toll on the family. Anyway, back to these. So when I came back, I didn't find a key, but I found this letter. Hopgood Household, 19th of September 1890. Dear sister, I'm so glad to hear that you have returned safely from your travels. While you were away, I changed the code for the library door lock each time I visited, as I know some of Grandmother's valuable items are kept in the secret vault. The new code for the door is the 3 initials of my name, to make it easier for you to remember. I hope we can meet soon. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Okay, so I ran back to I didn't know what Elizabeth's middle name was. So I went back this way and I looked on the family tree. Elizabeth Ann Green, but she was married to Arthur Hopgood, so I thought it could either be E-A-G or E-A-H. So the library is upstairs. Where am I going? I'm going upstairs, looking for clues the whole way around. We must have unlocked this door already. So I tried E-A-G, that didn't work, and then E-A-H worked. Okay, so we've got a clue here. Modern methods of teaching. Cool. What's this? A card. Thank you. Dear Lady Green, thank you kindly for the flowers and books you sent my daughters. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and paintings. I'm keen that my daughters have access to a good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it upon you that you might be able to teach them something. Your dedication and knowledge seems so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. Sincerest regards, Olive Campbell. Okay. Righto then. But first of all, I think we need... Where is the library? Is the library upstairs? Yeah, so I went into that room first, and then I thought I'd come up to the library and we will find some clues up here. And we found the Hare and the Tortoise. At midday, it took me ages to realise that what clue was. At midday, a hare and a tortoise took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise accepted. A course was decided and the race began. The hare immediately leapt out of sight, but laid down to take a nap, sure that the tortoise would never catch up. The tortoise plodded slowly on, making his way towards the finish line. When the hare awoke from his nap, he opened his eyes just in time to see the tortoise crawling slowly across the finish line. The proud hare had been so sure that he would win and underestimated the tortoise. As the tortoise crossed the finish line, he exclaimed, "Slow and steady wins the race." Okay. Then there was this clue, the rising sun. And there was this clue here, which is the golden fish. Golden fish. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, "Please let me live. I'm not a fish but a prince, enchanted by a wicked spell." So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learnt of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for its freedom, a cottage instead of the hovel where they lived. So the fisherman returned to the shore and granted their wish. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace and servants. All the while the ocean became darker and the shore was black with dirt. Finally the wife wished to be so powerful she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all of the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again and the shore clean, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish ever again. Okay. So, that was some clues. In there. Now this is the bottom part of the library. The Fox and the Crow. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch holding a big piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So the fox came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox and kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds with a big, strong beak. "Oh, what a song that beak must make! It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it." Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion and also her dinner, so she opened her beak wide to utter her loudest caw, and down fell the cheese straight in the fox's open mouth. And then I saw these. I was assuming that. So you press E and it goes in. So I was assuming that this was some sort of combination lock for a door to somewhere, but I wasn't quite sure where. But I was assuming that these were the clues. But it had all the symbols on there, so I tried all the symbols in combination of how I found them. I reversed the combination. Nothing was happening. Wonders of the night sky. So I was concentrating on the symbols, and of course what I should have been concentrating on was the words. You know me, reading. I don't read things properly, and when I do read things I concentrate on not the logic but the actual story. So I went back and read everything again, and of course I saw that in italics at the beginning of each chapter there was a time of day. So the fox is one evening. So we have I think it was sunrise, and then it was morning for the fish, and then it was, wasn't it afternoon for the rabbit? Then it was, whoopsie, I got them because I pushed that one in first. Okay, start again. So morning, sunrise, morning, and then afternoon, and then evening, and then night. And the door opened. A bit dusty. Then I came in here and I found all these clues. So dates and different colours of sunset. All the dates, different colours of sunset. The London Record. Lindley appointed chair of Botany at University College London. After an esteemed early career as an assistant secretary to the Horticultural Society and admission as one of the youngest ever fellows in the Linnean Society, John Lindley plans to elevate the science of botany. He spoke thus in his inaugural lecture. It has been very much the fashion of late years in this country to undervalue the importance of this science, and to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for serious thoughts of man. Lindley also challenged the Linnean classification system and proposes many changes. Okay, is there an opportunity maybe for ladies to join the college? I don't know. But here are still more dates and colours. And I found the nightfall seed. And then we see this. Mary Green, so this is grammar. Nightfall progress. I have been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while. I'm determined to prove it's more than just a myth so far. Myth. So far I have deduced that the flower opens at sunset and only during a particular time of the year. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. Tasks for this month. Monitor nightfall seedlings. Rose planting list. Collect field samples. Seed collection. So, I'm assuming, now I haven't solved this, so I'm assuming it's something to do. So we've got April, October. I wonder, we can read these, but we can't pick them up. That's May, July, October, April. June, September, August. So yes, that was the, I I couldn't find any other clues here. Nothing more in the library. So next thing to try is, I don't know what this has to do with it. I don't know whether we can add any clues. So Grandma's research, definitely. The sunset paintings, definitely. Let's go into Grandma's study. Here we go. Beautiful roaring flyer. Meadow Orchids of Britain, collected and researched by Professor J. Montague. Good. Okay, there's a letter. My dear friend, I have been pondering these last weeks what could be the best way to see your remarkable flora reach the wide world, since it is so seldom we're able to see our work published. Considering your uncle's reputation in the scientific field, have you considered asking him to publish your herbarium under his name? It may not give you the recognition you deserve personally, but it would be a way to reach your goal of adding to the scientific record on botany. Do consider it. I would hate for such an important research to stay hidden away. With warmest regards, Anne. Okay, so that was a letter from Anne. Must have been a friend of Grandma's. Okay, fungi of Britain. Mushroom food sources. Just like plants, fungi need food sources to grow strong and healthy. However, some fungi haven't always had access to nutrients through soil and have evolved to retrieve it in different ways. This means they have become carnivorous because they only acquire the nutrients they need by consuming other living organisms such as flies, bugs and plants. Some mushrooms even get their nutrients from feeding on another type of fungus or parasite. Mushrooms growing on a tree is usually a sign they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately. Grandma's written not always the case. Okay. Arabella, I have some more books from the department that may be of interest for your research. One I recall was a favourite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary you are collecting materials for your uncle. As long as they return before the summer's end, the professors won't notice. Best of luck with your research, Uncle Theodore. Okay. Tree diseases. Red tree pox. If a tree is infected with red tree pox, many small spots will be visible on the bark. Can usually be cured by adding fertilizer to the soil of the tree. Hypoxylon. Hypoxylon causes black patches to form on the bark of the tree. It's usually a sign that the tree is lacking in hydration and won't stay alive for much longer. Root parasite. The root parasite is a fungus that forms purple rings on the bark and the roots. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree retrieves from the soil. Eventually it causes the tree to dry out and lose all of its leaves. There's currently no cure. Bark rust. Bark rust is a disease that isn't very harmful to trees. It's usually caused by excess hydration and too much sunlight. Okay. Trees. Fungi and trees. So I'm assuming that these clues do not have anything to do with... Hello? Oh, we have another seed. Judging by the name, I don't believe this to be an edible mushroom. Okay. The mushroom book, I think, and tree diseases. Yeah. So this is something to do with the mushrooms. There's eggs here. Beautiful eggs. A heron's egg. Now these have got colours and things on them, so I was wondering whether these got to do anything to do with the speckled. I don't know whether they had anything to do with the first tree that she's trying to find out what time of the year, which sunset, what date and time for the sunset. So, because I did go into the painting room to see if I could find some colours. So I thought it might be something to do with colours. I couldn't find anything. So we have 2 seeds now. And some clues. So anyway, when I discovered this mushroom one I have solved, when I discovered it, I realised it must have something to do with this tree. And see, this tree has got purple spots on it. So it must be the disease that was mentioned in here. The first one. Yeah, the root parasite. So it's got a parasite, right? The root parasite is a fungus that forms purple rings. Now, that didn't really, I thought that it must have something to do with here. And they did say in the book that the tree, the fungus doesn't actually leach off a tree necessarily. And then I remember, do you remember when we first came in here, I saw this dish and I wondered what that was for? I'm thinking we need to put I was thinking then, I thought, we need to put this plant on this dish. It has something to do with the tree, has something to do with the parasite. That obviously must be where it goes. Okay, so we need a pot. We need to plant that. We need to plant the sapphire thing, which is the fungus. We need to water it. Up comes the fungus. And then we need to put it here. Yay! It worked. Look how beautiful that is. There, it's all come back to life with these beautiful blue funguses growing on it. And we solved that one. The sapphire gloom is a widely misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees, and as opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. So that was pretty easy to solve, but this other one, nope, this one, I don't think we have enough clues yet. Bird's eggs? Could be the bird's eggs, but I'm not sure. But there are other. See, there's a seed packet for the cradle fern in the master bedroom. So I was wondering whether this is the master bedroom up here, because we can now get in it. So if you remember when the tree was coming back together, this door opened. Oh, and here we are. The cradle fern painting. So it's got eggs in it. That's why it's called a cradle fern, obviously. Didn't we see eggs that had those blue markings on them? I think we did. Any other clues? Oh, there's another pot here. But we don't have the cradle fern yet. Can we get in here? Oh my gosh. That's a whole nother area. And in here. Wow. The master bedroom. The seed. The cradle fern. The past years these ferns have dramatically drastically declined on the banks, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. Okay, this is where the eggs go. That's where the eggs go. So I don't think the eggs are here. Reset the clue. Yeah. Okay. Weed removal ad. Clark, aquatic weed removal. Do you have a pond? Do you want to swim in it? Is it covered in slimy weeds? We are specialised in removing the following weeds: algae, Himalayan balsam, brook chalice, duckweed. Make an appointment today. Clark & Co. Certified Weed Removal Agricultural Services, Yeovil. Okay. Clark Weed Removal. Somerset Society for Wildlife Protection offers a petition to be presented to the Honourable House of Commons. In recent years, hunts have been taking place near the Somerset rivers. Tragically, this has led to a decline and even extinction of some bird species. No longer can we hear their beautiful chime-like calls. We call upon the government to regulate hunting near the rivers of Somerset. We ask they respect the breeding times of wildlife. If you agree, please sign below and return the letter to us. No expense attends signing. Your signature, Arabella Green. Okay. Declining bird species, so that's something to do with the duck eggs. Trapped fairy story. The Trapped Fairy, a folktale. Once upon a time, there was a little fairy who loved gazing at her own reflection in the water. She lost track of time and the day turned into night. Nyx, goddess of the night, noticed the little fairy. The moon was shining bright, but the fairy only had eyes for herself. Nyx took offence and decided to punish the little fairy. Nyx placed the fairy into a nightfall and cast a spell on her. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky all night. As dawn approached and the sun arose, the spell broke, though just as the fairy awoke from her enchantment, the flower bud closed and trapped the fairy for eternity. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky all night. At dawn arose, dawn approached, the sun arose, the spell broke. Okay, so something about, so the nightfall, dawn, has to be dawn. Okay, has to be dawn. So that must be, hold on, the fairy book, I think. Bird's Egg, I don't think so. I think the fairy story is part of the nightfall. My dear Nova, never forgotten. Ah, sweet. It's the pussycat. What's this? Dearest friend, it seems our interest in visiting the private plant collection of Lord Spencer has gone unacknowledged. While disappointing, I am not sure it's worth pursuing scientific study in such places. On my recent visit to Brinsby, the young man showing us around had barely a basic knowledge of plants, due to there being a large group of gentlemen, in the party. All useful time and erudition was devoted to them, and none given to Constance and I. Let's plan another trip of our own, and perhaps we can see these specimens in their home habitats where they belong. Ever your faithful friend, Eliza. Okay. Any more? Oh, hold on. What's this? Essence of arnica flower for sprains, strains and joint pains. Tincture of red clover. Chamomile and red clover seems to soothe hot flushes. The poor ladies, they didn't have estrogen patches in those days. Okay, anything else? Got that, we got that. So that was the master bedroom. Okay. More clues here. Oh, another key to the attic. The attic. So the attic has something to do with the nightfall. Okay. Okay. Somerset River Trust. River swimming this season. Dear members, we want to make sure you can all enjoy swimming this summer, so we've cleared the most popular rivers in Somerset of aquatic weeds. The River Cam, the River Chew and the River Summer have all been cleared of weeds thanks to the services of Clark's Aquatic Weed Removal Co. Thank you for your continued support. Thanks to your monthly donations, the rivers of Somerset are clean and weed free. Okay. Health and safety warning, 8th of August 1890. It has been brought to our attention that the factory of Barton Ironworks has been illegally dumping scrap metal into the rivers across Somerset. These rivers are now polluted with rust, making them unsafe for swimming. Do not swim in the following rivers: the River Cam, the River Summer, the River Chew. The River Frome was also affected by waste. Although oddly, the river is completely clear of rust pollution. We are still researching to that what led to that effect. Obviously, it was one of these plants, I would suggest. Dear Lady Arabella, Montague Hall, June 1864. I wanted to thank you once again for your invaluable contribution during our recent meadow orchid research expedition. Your keen observations and deep knowledge of orchids was so helpful. Your dedication to the field is an inspiration to us all. I look forward to future collaborations and the continued exploration of the botanical wonders that surround us. I will put in a good word for you with the Botanical Society. Most sincerely, Professor Montague. Okay, isn't that the same Professor Montague who she went on the mountain expedition with? What's up here? Whoa, more wind. Oh, hello. Oh. Okay. So we've got... Okay, so. Bell ringing. Bird calls. The shovel duck, the blue heron, the shell duck, the pintail, golden mallard, crested owl, silver magpie, red-billed moorhen, teal, tufted duck. Right, so we're obviously going to have to do one of the bird calls to make this. This must be the fern. And wasn't it the... Hold on. The crested owl. Let's go. So we have to go back to the eggs. Boy, there's so many clues coming at us thick and fast now that I am... Hello. Oh, there's the trapped fairy. The trapped fairy. Okay. Dearest Arabella, I was taking a walk along a river in Somerset recently and noticed a sight that I had to just write to you about. In the water I saw the brook chalice blooming. I've never seen or heard of it flowering before. None of my books mentioned it. So beautiful. Do you have any idea what would have caused this? Ever your friend, Edith. Gosh almighty. We are getting so many clues. Where the heck were the eggs? In the study? In Grandma's study? Which egg was it? I think it was this one. No, it wasn't the blue herons. This one. The crested owl. The crested owl. So the crested owl. It's got something to do with the cradle fern. Right, let's go back. So many clues. Thick and fast. We're coming at us. Okay. Scoop that. Oh no, what was that? The cradle fern, yes, that was the one we wanted. We need that. Now, up here. Up here. Okay, so we need to put that on there. And we've got the Song of the Crested Owl. E, C, D, E, G, F. E, C, D, E, G, F. E, C, D, E, G, G, F. Okay, that did not work. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Right-ho. So we need something else. Right, tip that out. Put that in. Put that down. Definitely was the cradle fern, wasn't it? Definitely not the nightfall plant, because okay, let's have a look again. The nightfall, this is to do with the fairy. Something has got to sunset, or something has to get the fairy out. Bird's eggs, bird calls, tap, sorry, bird's egg, birds calls in the bird calendar. But there's something else. The past years these ferns have drastically declined on the bank, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. Do I need the egg? Don't think I can pick up the egg. Okay. So we have to keep researching drastic changes in their environment. Okay, I think we need more clues. Hold on. Do we have any more clues now? So the fairy story, definitely. Nightfall. Definitely something about the fern painting was definitely to do with the fern. The weed removal, the petition. Weed removal, the petition. Nope. The River Trust, the government notice, letter about the weeds. No. The nightfall plant. Well, I am slightly confused now. Okay, so we'll keep going. See if we can find any more truths. Oh, hello. The rivers of Somerset. The River Axe. The temperature is 10 degrees. It's 25 miles. It's got 2 bridges. The River Parrot. The temperature is 20 degrees. So this is temperature. Something to do with temperature. Dearest Arabella, I'm writing to share with you an exciting discovery I have made in my botanical studies. Turns out that some plants are particularly sensitive to sound and seem to thrive when exposed to music or melodies from their natural environment. I hope to share more of my findings with you in the near future and would be delighted if you could join me in my research. Your friend, Marianne. Pretty sure it's not. Pretty sure. Maybe it's... Yep, that's the invariable contribution. That's the River Trust. There is no other clue in here. That's something to do with temperature. Okay, I'm going to try something. I don't think it'll work, but... Okay. Pretty sure this is not the right thing to do, but... It's okay, we give it a go anyway. Okay. Tufted duck. The shovel duck. The blue heron. The crested owl. The silver magpie. The red pearl. Let's try the... Oh, maybe I got it wrong. E, C, D, E, G, F. Definitely. E, C, D. E, C, D, E, G, F. No. Wasn't you either. Didn't think it was you either, but we have to try these things, don't we? Something's got to do with temperature. There's a roaring fire in here. Can't put it up there. Oh, there's the bathroom. Hello. Okay, let's go put this back. Go put this back. Got the bathroom. Okie dokie. Oh. Oh. Temperature. Oh, hello. So, we have got to fix. Got to fix this. It's broken. Okay. Not that bit. Okay. This bit. Nope. Can't move it around. Oh, maybe that bit goes there. That bit goes there. Nope. That bit goes there. That bit goes there. Seems to be a bit missing here. Okay, so we put something in there. Okay, E. A hot bath at the turn of a tap provides... The number 30 bath geyser provides a rapid flow of hot water. Simply turn the tap and instantly hot water will appear. Can be used multiple times in a row without any extra cost. Okay. Cool. Okay. Dear Arabella, here is a quote to repair the geyser in your bathroom. The costs might seem high, but trust us, it's a complex job best left to the professionals. Have a nice day, Frederick. Okay, Frederick Wilson Plumber. There's a hole there. There's a hole there. doesn't seem to want to go. Is there a bit missing? Definitely a bit missing somewhere. Here we go. There is a bit missing. Oh, there's some more bits missing. Okay, we have to find another bit. Oh. Flush the toilet. Clean and tidy. I got an achievement. Clean and tidy. Where's the other bit of the loo then? Where's the other bit of the... Oh, it's on the floor. Here we go. Yay. Who needs a plumber? Exactly. And you've got intelligent women in the house. So that one has to go in there. So something has to go in there. Okay. Temperature. What needs temperature? The nightfall... Cradle fern, the brook chalice. The seed packet is in the attic. I reckon the brook chalice must be the temperature thing. Okay, in the attic. The attic. Here's the temperatures. The brook the brook chalice. The brook chalice. That's the music. Maybe I got the wrong. The cradle fern. That definitely looks like those eggs, doesn't it? Oops. The attic. The attic. Here we go. The attic. Unlock the attic. Right. Okay. The flower growing companion. Gardening curiosities. Trapped moths. Sometimes a moth can become trapped inside a flower bud if it closes in the morning. The moth is then forced to use the flower bud as a resting place until it opens again later. Some flowers only bloom for short periods during the year, so the moth is unlucky. The flower bud won't open again until many months later. So that is another clue for the nightfall, definitely. Flower growing companion. Tab. Here we go, the nightfall. Don't think it's the letter about the weeds then. Fairy story. Okay. I want to remove that clue. How do you remove it? Reset the clue. Okay, reset the clue. Reset the clue. Reset the clue. Reset the clue. So this add a clue is definitely the trapped moths. Definitely. Okay. Cradle fern. Add a clue. Bird calls in the letter about melodies. Bell tower. River truss, the river poster, bird eggs, weave removal, the petition. Okay, I don't think we've got all the clues for that yet. What's this? Oh, hello. Moth calendar. Moth spotting calendar. Hummingbird hawk. Sixth spot burnet. Scalloped oak. Popular hawk. Emperor, the popular hawk, the sable, garden tiger, cinema, popular hawk. Okay, so this is important. Moth spotting calendar. Okay, tab. Moth spotting calendar. The moth calendar, I think, is a clue. Okay. Gradually getting clues for the nightfall plant. Oh, hello. Back up here. More wind. The sight of plants. Some scientists have theorized that plants have photoreceptors in their leaves and stems, which allows them to see the color of light. This means that flowers can tell the time of day and know when to open or close their buds. The exact time that flowers bloom is different for each flower, but most do appear to respond to light and the colour of light in some way. Horticulturists and botanists have made use of this knowledge to trick difficult flowers into blooming at any time they like. Colours. Light. Oh. The magic lantern. Check the slides. Okay. Okay, so our nightfall plant has to go here. Let's go get our nightfall plant. Where were we? Where it is. Here we go. Nightfall. That's what we want. So we want to go up in the windy attic. And we want to put you there. Now, we now have to find more clues about what kind of moth this fairy is. My dear niece, I fear the window may be closing for you to find a suitable husband. I have arranged a dinner for you to meet my neighbour's son, Edward. He's successful in business in London. Your cousins William and Thomas may well aspire to become accomplished scientists, but for you, Arabella, it is better to make yourself useful in the small duties of life, for which you will be loved and appreciated. Your studious nature will no doubt be valuable should you have a son, but it would be foolish to allow such a folly to come before the important things in life. I am confident this is what your parents would have wanted. Dinner will be from 5 o'clock on Sunday. Remember to wear a becoming dress. Dear, poor Arabella. She's fighting the system here. Another duck. Cool. The Botanist's Digest. This month, in conversation with Professor Montague, leading experts in British meadow orchids, in his words, every plant, every leaf and every meadow holds secrets waiting to be unlocked. My aim is simply to uncover some of those mysteries. Professor John Montague, renowned botanist, shed lights on his groundbreaking work in the world of meadow orchids and other botanical wonders. With decades of research and numerous publications to his name, Professor Montague's contributions to the field have been nothing short of revolutionary, including discoveries of new species such as the Dactylorhiza Montague, or hooded marsh orchid. Well, I've got another seed. Whoopsie. The Brook Chalice. Okay, I think that's the one. That's to do with the heat, I think. That's to do with the bath. But we're still trying to figure out. Now, where are the slides, though? My goodness. Oh, a peak. Inspect the rusty peak. Okay. Oh, rusty pig. Rusty. Okay. The rusty pig. Something to do with rust. and I've forgotten what it was. My gosh, there's just too many clues. I feel like I'm being kind of overwhelmed. Ah, the moths. Moths of England, the hummingbird hawk moth, the eyed hawk moth, the antler moth, the elephant moth, the emperor moth, the swallowtail moth, the popular moth, scallop moth, the garden tiger moth, mint moth, the small magpie moth, the lime hawk moth, the privet hawk moth, the angle shades moth, the cinnabar moth, the green carpet moth, the agent and sable moth, the six spot moth. Moth spotting. Don't know, we haven't found any slides either, have we? That's the problem. The trapped fairy. She has brown wings. Does one of these? Well, that lime hawk moth. Hold on. The lime hawk moth looks similar in pattern. Lime hawk moth. Do you think that's what it is? Oh no, it's the garden tiger moth. Okay, the garden tiger moth. Looking for the garden tiger moth. Garden tiger moth, September. So it's September. We're looking for slides, people. We are looking for slides. Slides. I mean, we have to at least do one flower this episode, don't we? Slides. Where are the slides? Nope. Is it back in Grandma's? Okay, back this way. Back this way. No, we're back in the library. Back of the eggs. Sort of garden tiger moth. That's what we were looking at, weren't we? Here we go. Here we go. We're looking for colours in September. May, July, October, April, August, September. So it is blue, yellow, orange, red. Slides. Now we're looking for slides. And I have no idea where these slides are. Where could they be? Let's go back to the back in here. Back to the where was the here. Slides, of course. Okay. So it is blue, yellow, orange, red. So blue, yellow, orange, and red. Yes, people, we did it, we made the Nightfall plant flower. And is a moth coming out? Woo. Beautiful. We did it. Okay. Seeing the nightfall bloom is a rare event. The flower only blooms with September sunsets. Night pollinators activate in September, such as the garden tiger. Often get trapped once the bud closes for the rest of the year. Well, gosh. Add a clue. Moth poster. Add a clue. Not the fairy. Yeah, the fairy painting. And nope. Petition, definitely not. Letter about weeds, government notice, river trust. Oh, the sight of plants. Yes. Okay. Phew, I'm so pleased we did that. That's amazing. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. I hope that you're enjoying this game as much as I am. Let me know. Drop a like, drop a comment, even if it's just a heart or a thumbs up or a hi. That would be fantastic. Somebody gave me just dropped a heart in the comment section. That was lovely. Lovely to know you're watching. Lovely to know that you're out there. I hope that you've all had a great day. And if you haven't had a great day, well, I'm hoping that your day gets better. And if you're at the end of your day, hopefully tomorrow will be a great day for you. I will see you next time on Botany Manor. Bye for now.